Now we're going to go to 2.4 of the textbook, which is addition of system of coplanar. This is something that I've covered in the previous lesson, but then I'm going to repeat it again because this is very, very important. Yeah, you'll be using it throughout statics lesson, and you need to familiarize yourself with it, and you need to move in a very fast pace when you're calculating this particular topic. Yeah. Okay. So in scalar notation, can you see force F? F would be the resultant force. So you can break it up into Fy and Fx. Remember how I do it using the the parallelogram law and the triangle, sine and the cos earlier, what I've showed you. Yeah, you remember, right? Fx equals to F cos theta and Fy equals to F sine theta, because sine will be opposite over hypotenuse. So in this case, it will be Fy over F. Yeah, so that's how you get Fy equals to F sine theta. Okay, so that's done. Next would be a triangle similar method. Okay, sometimes the question actually gives you in similar triangle. Okay, observe this carefully. They will just give you numbers here, A, B, C, or 3, 4, 5. That's it. Yeah, they will only give you numbers 3, 4, 5. So what does it mean? It's a ratio method. Yeah, it's a ratio method. Can you see this? Fx over F equals to A over C. Can you see that? So Fx over F is A over C. Can you see the similar triangle? It's a ratio method. Yeah, ratio method. So if I were to draw this, let me just make it clear for you. Yeah, it's like this. Two triangles. Yeah, so if let's say this is F, this is C, this is A, and this is B. This is Fx, and this is Fy, right? Vertical. So it means A over C is equivalent to Fx over F. Can you see similar? This over this equals to this over this. Got it? Okay. So now let's go back to the textbook. So this is how it is. So of course B over C will be Fy over Fy over F. Okay, B over C. Okay, so when you have the negative and positive, you know how to do it, right? It's actually the same thing, but it's just changing direction. Yeah, it's changing direction. So we have done that. Addition. Okay, we're going to move on a bit more to the next page. Okay, next is your Cartesian vector notation. This one I need to also guide you. Remember your Cartesian that you have studied in your maths, yeah? I, J, and K. I, J, and K. So I represents the x-axis, Y represents the the J represents the y-axis. Yeah, that's just to show the direction. So you can also write your vector in the Cartesian format where F equals to Fxi plus Fyj. Okay, I and J just shows you the direction. Okay, so coplanar force resultant, if you look here, can you see what they have solved it? Yeah, you can break it up into your F1, F3, and F2. This is the question. You can break it up into F1x, F1y, F3x, and F3y, and we have F2x and F2y. And then you add up all the x together and the y together. Yeah, this one also I've covered in the previous lecture, but I'm just repeating it because I really want you to understand. So how do you find the force resultant? Force resultant magnitude. Yeah, the magnitude you use your Pythagoras theorem. And as for the angle, any vector is not complete without the direction. So this gives you the direction. Okay, so that's how it is. Now let's move to example. Okay, an example. I'm going to discuss on example 2.5 from the textbook. Yeah, example 2.5 from the textbook. You can just refer to page 36. If you look here, they have given a question, something like this. We have F1 and F2. Okay, so F1 200 at an angle of 30. And then we have F2 260. Look at this. They're using the similar triangle concept. Yeah, so don't panic. It's okay. It's something new. You have not done this before, but I'll guide you. Yeah. So let's look at F1. We're going to break it up into x and y axis. Yeah, F1. You close your armpit. Can you see the angle here, 30? So Fy will be cos. Yeah, cos when you close, like something like just imagine your hand with an angle in between your hand and your body, yeah. So if that you close, it's like cos. Yeah, it's a shortcut method that I always lecture students. But if you don't understand, it's okay. You can always use your trigonometry method, but this is a bit shortcut. Yeah, 200, close the armpit. You have this as cos. Yeah, so 200 cos 30 equals to 173. It is in the positive direction because this angle, can you see this arrow? When you resolve it, it's actually going to go up. So that's why it is positive. Can you understand? So the same thing, if you drop here in the opposite side, it will be sine, yeah? This will be in the negative direction. Can you see that? It's negative direction, negative. Okay, so it will be 200 sine 30. Yeah, why they have taken negative? Because it's in the opposite direction. Yeah, you remember your fx and fy. Yeah, your fx in this direction is positive, anything opposing it is negative. Going up is positive, coming down is negative. Yeah, so that's how we get. So now you have all the the values for your the first one, the f1. Okay, now we're going to go and find for the f2. So what is the value for your f1? Your f1 value will be, your f1x is 100, f1y is 173, positive. Yeah, okay, so got it. So now let's move on to the second part, which is a similar triangle. Okay, the similar triangle. Let's look at this calculation here. So we have similar triangle 5, 12, 13. Pythagoras triangle is 3, 4, 5, 5, 12, 13. Remember? Okay, so we have resultant as 260. But we don't know what is x and what is y. So using the ratio method, yeah, using the ratio method, your fx, x, yeah, will be 260. 12 over 13. 12 over 13. Like for me, my mind works very fast, so I take the flat one. The flat one I associate with the flat one. Okay, the standing one, yeah, the standing one, the vertical one, I will associate with the vertical one. I mean, it's a shortcut thing that how my mind works. Yeah, you can follow that, or maybe you can just stick to remembering the ratio. So I always take 12 over 13, which is equivalent to what is the flat one, right? f2x over 260. Can you see that? So you get f2 x as 240. You have a positive value because it's pointing this way. This is positive. Okay, next we're going to do the similar method with your 100. Okay, with your f2y, sorry. So f2y, you take what is, I'm going to use a different ink color so that I don't confuse you. So we're going to take something which is vertical 5. 5 over 13, 5 over 13, multiply 260. You have 100, and 100 is actually pointing down. So if you see here, this 100 is actually pointing downward. Yeah, why? Remember what I told you about this force? This force, if you resolve it in x direction, is pointing positive. Whereas if you resolve it in the y direction, it's actually pointing now downward. So it's negative. Okay, don't worry. So now we're going to add up. Yeah, we're going to add up. How do we add up? Okay, I'm going to make this small. And I'm going to erase all our whatever that we have done. Okay, but I'm going to categorize them to make it simple for you to understand. Okay, so I'm going to take x together with x. Can you see that? Yeah, or maybe I should not highlight this side. I should highlight the negative, right? Because it's negative. Okay, now I'm going to use another highlighter, and I'm going to highlight the y, positive 173 with a negative 100. Can you see that? Yeah, so with that, when I combine, I get this and this. Yeah, when I combine, we get f1, which is negative 100. Or in this question, they actually just tell you to leave f1. What is f1? What is f2? But if you find the resultant, let's continue to find the resultant. Yeah, yeah. So if you say resultant of x, so what is the resultant of x? You take the green and the green. So negative 100 with plus 240. What do you get? You get 140i. Correct? Now when you do your fy, what do you get? You get your purple and purple, 173 with negative. So you get 173 with negative of 100. You get 73. So how do you write a force resultant? Force resultant will be 140i plus with 73j. Okay. So this example actually stops at just to write F1 and F2. But I'm just, moving forward, showing you how to find your force resultant. And then if you want to find the magnitude, what do? You take your Pythagoras theorem, yeah, where you take your 140 square plus 73 square, you get the value. And how do you find the angle? The angle is your tangent theta, which is, in this case, will be always the y over the x. And then you find the angle. Okay, so the answer will be, so we have this 140, which is positive, and 73 is also positive. So the angle will be something like this. So you have your resultant here, okay, the value, and the angle will be in between here. Okay, so the 140 represents this direction. 140 represents this direction, and the 73 represents this direction. That's how I get this value. Can you see this and this? Yeah. Okay. So with that, I've ended subchapter of 2.4. Yeah, with example 2.5. I'll meet you in the next video. Thank you.